Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? This is Justin Martinez, aka Jay the Sports Dude, coming to y'all live from my apartment. Hopefully, you all are staying at your homes as well, practicing social distancing and staying safe during this pandemic. And I'm here to provide y'all with a little bit of extra entertainment. That's right, folks. It is time for New Mexico State versus Denver. Now, I know you might be thinking, Justin, you missed the game. Yes, the Aggies did play and lose to Washington State. However, in a similar situation to the game against Arizona, that is a Pac-12 school, which is notorious for claiming videos for copyright on YouTube. So we are going to skip past that one. It's not worth all the drama of possibly getting a copyright strike. So that moves us on to this game against Denver and what has been our month-long journey to go back and watch every single game, for the most part, of New Mexico State's last season. And let's go ahead and jump right into this one, folks. Now, I'm going to have it muted for those who are new, just because it's very hard to get a mix properly with the commentary and my voice. It's very hard to hear both of them at the same time, so I went ahead and I just muted the commentary. Also, what I'm doing right now is I am opening up the live stream you're currently watching on my phone right now, so that way I can make sure that I'm in frame, because as I'm looking at this laptop right now, I'm only seeing the game video. I'm not seeing myself in the bottom left corner like you are. So that is what I am doing right now, just making sure I'm in frame, and it looks as if I am. And now I'm going to change the title of the video, because right now it says the same title as our game last night, which was the game against UTEP. But obviously, this is not UTEP. This is Denver. So you see an air ball there. Aggies get their first offensive possession now. Jabari Rice with the ball here. Hopefully everybody's having a good day, staying safe like I was saying. Also, we have a little bit of news here as we see Trevor McQueen hit that three ball in the corner. I've been saying for the past couple days that it looks like William McNair is going to be our guest for episode number, 6 now, of Straight Shooter. Unfortunately, we have not been able to get a time and date set up with him. Our New Mexico State's SID has been trying to reach him, but, you know, he is back in Philadelphia with family, so I don't fault him for it. But we haven't been able to reach him and set something up. So it looks right now as if CJ Bobbitt is going to be our guest instead for the next episode. He's just somebody I went ahead and picked myself. Usually I let the players recommend or nominate each other. But I want to see what CJ's up to. I want to see what he's up to now as he continues his pro career somewhere now that he's graduated. So I already at least have some form of communication with them. The SID for New Mexico State says they're trying to narrow down a time for tomorrow. So that's good that we at least have something set up already, and it's just a matter of getting the time. But yeah, it looks like that's going to be the case. Speaking of CJ, this is him going up against his old team since he transferred from Denver. But yeah, that is the plan. And I just found out about this maybe like a half hour before the live stream, that CJ was probably going to be the guy I talked to. So if I get a time and date set up right now, then what I'll go ahead and do is we see Sean Buchanan with the steal. If I do get a time and date set up to interview CJ Bobbitt tomorrow for episode 6 of Straight Shooter, then what I'll go ahead and do is I'll send out that tweet right now as we're on stream. Pretty much on Twitter saying, hey, if you guys want to ask CJ any questions, make sure to comment down below. I'll probably put that on Facebook as well. But yeah, I'm expecting that. Hopefully we'll get a time set up by the end of this live stream. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, again, couldn't get in touch with William McNair. But he is back in Philadelphia right now with his family, so I don't fault him for it. You know, let him enjoy his offseason, all that kind of stuff. And hopefully I will hear back from him eventually. I do already have all the film done. I have the the hometown heat stuff, the throwback photo. I've got all that stuff already done. So if I talk to him later this week, then, you know, that'll just be the next episode for the following Wednesday. But either way, I was just really worried we weren't going to get you guys an episode of Straight Shooter on time. But it does look like we'll still be able to get you guys an episode, a new one, Wednesday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But that's enough of me talking. Let's actually focus on this game here as we see the Aggies have a 5-0 lead. Shout out to everybody for tuning in. Like I said, hopefully everybody's staying safe, doing well. This was a good one. This was a good one from what I remember. As we see Murky with the shot there, he's one of the guys I was scouting heading into this game. I believe he had like 22 or something like that in this one. So you see a nice pass there to Jabari, and he finishes it off. Yeah, Murky and number 3 for Denver, who I believe is Jace Townsend, I think is how you pronounce his name. He's another guy that I was doing some research on. As you see a charge call here. Who drew that? Looks like they're giving it to Sean here. Probably the best charge taker on the team for New Mexico State. Again, I've said it before, but just one of those guys that does all the dirty work for the Aggies. 7-2 in favor of New Mexico State. And also, like I was mentioning, for those who haven't seen the live streams the past couple nights, I am going to have family over. They're making the drive from San Antonio to Las Cruces tomorrow. So Tuesday through Friday, my streaming is going to be inconsistent. I'll let you guys know just how that's working on a day-to-day basis if I do end up live streaming. But other than that, this is every night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Jabari Rice, left wing 3, no good. Get a hustle there. Doesn't get the turnover or the steal there, but good job of him at least getting back there. As we have an early break, 7-2 with 15:58 left in the first half. I really like this Denver court the more that I'm looking at it. The mountains behind the city landscape there, the skyline, I mean, that looks really cool. Would have loved to have gone to this game. I probably should have since it was Denver, not too far away. But normally if it's not a rivalry game or like a really big non-conference game, it's just not in our budget to send me out there. But this one probably was doable. I probably should have made a bigger push to get out there. So you see Murky hit another mid-range shot. Seven to 4. Like I said, this is CJ Bobbitt's former squad. Johnny McCann's backing his guy down, going to work down low. The footwork down low. Looking forward to talking to him as well for Straight Shooter. I know I've had a couple people mention that on Twitter to like, oh, I really want to see Johnny on this show. And I think Johnny even liked one of those tweets. So that's good to know that he's up for it. But I think I want to space it out because I just did talk to Bryce in Tennessee 2 episodes ago. And, they're also Las Cruces guys. One of the segment is like hometown heat with Las Cruces foods. So I think I want to space it out a bit. So, again, if a player nominates Johnny, then for sure we'll go ahead and put him on. But I want to at least get a couple episodes in between the 2 Las Cruces-based ones, just to spread it out a bit. But for sure, I'm looking forward to talking to Johnny because, he's going to be a really key player for them this upcoming season. Like I said, I think he can make an all-WAC team without a doubt. You see Trev with the ball here. I retweeted something from Trev today. He posted a little, I guess like a hoops mixtape just in the off-season of him playing some 5-on-5 and I'm assuming someplace in Maryland because I think he's back home already. But yeah, still looked on top of his game. If you guys want to check that out, you can just check out my Twitter at @JTheSportsDude or go directly to Trev. I think it's Trev_up, I want to say, is his handle. So we see Willie McNair. The chip shot falls for him, 11-6. Oh, too easy. Too easy. Good hands for a big fella. Johnny McCants for the throwdown slam. I think it was Evan Gilliard, who I talked to last season for Straight Shooter, the podcast I do during the season. I asked him, who do you feel would win a dunk contest on the team? And he said Johnny McCants, which was a little bit surprising because normally when I think of the crazy dunks pregame, Trev does a lot of really crazy ones. You see Johnny, yet another bucket here. But yeah, he gave it to Johnny McCants. I would love to see that. I would love to see a dunk contest. I think I talked about it before, but I really want to get some more video content during the season that isn't just the traditional, like my podcast or like just press conferences. I really want to do actual like basketball videos with the players. So like doing a Q&A as we see Sean Williams hit a 3-ball. I really want to do videos where it's like, you know, a Q&A with a player while also having a 3-point contest with them, and we're just both mic'd up, shooting around, stuff like that. I think that would be fun. As you see, McNair just fully pulled out his shorts there. Interesting. That the camera was there for that. But yeah, I think a really cool video will be actually recording a dunk contest with the team. Obviously not with me participating because I have no vertical whatsoever, but I think that would be a cool one if they're up for it. You know, maybe show up after practice and just ask a couple of them, you know, if anybody wants to hang back afterwards. Do a couple dunks for a YouTube video. Like, I want to do stuff like that with the team. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we end up doing. CJ driving, thriving. Yes, sir. Being a big man that can shoot that 3-ball opens up so much. You guys are forced to defend you out there, and he's just able to blow by, and he's got the ball handling to put it on the deck and finish. There's Townsend. Okay, so that's one of the other guys I was scouting leading into this game, and I want to say he was the leading scorer for this game. He was in the 20s for sure. I think it was like 25, something like that. I have the final box score, but I like to start looking at it at around halftime. So that way, right now, like, this is my complete, genuine reaction to this. So we got the Aggies in control so far. Again, appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hopefully y'all are doing well. Episode 6 of Stray Shooter looks to be with CJ Bobbitt instead of William McNair. For those who are just now tuning in. So I'm hoping to get a time. I already know it's going to be sometime tomorrow, but I'm hoping to get a specific time, hopefully by the end of this live stream. So if I do that, then I'll go ahead and I'll send out that tweet at Jay the Sports Dude, just kind of saying, hey, if you guys want to ask CJ any questions, feel free to comment below. And then if you guys want to ask any questions here in this live stream comment section, you can do the same. You see Will with the bucket. Yvonne with the bucket down low. 23-8. All New Mexico State so far. 10-0 run in the last 2:23. Good D there by Sean Buchanan. And that's a good extra pass too. Does not fall though for Sean Williams. Denver's going the other way. The Pioneers, Townsend for 3. Mid-range. I'm sorry, guys. Messed it up a couple times. Townsend for the midi. CJ no good on the triple. Yeah, I really like this court. The mountains on there look super cool. Good shot. 23-12. You see Jabari with the ball at the top of the arc. Good rotating there by Denver. See, the Aggies were kind of just hanging around the perimeter there, not a lot of penetration. I remember this was a very young Denver team, though. Like, I want to say Townsend and Murky were both underclassmen, I want to say. Let me look it up. But I remember that was a big advantage that New Mexico State had, was that it's a veteran group going up against a very young group. Trying to pull up Denver's roster right now. Okay, so Murky was a senior, but Townsend, who was the leading scorer, was a sophomore this past season. And yeah, it looks like Murky was their only senior on the entire squad. So very young team. You can kind of just tell New Mexico State had the edge here. The veteran leadership. Three ball by Jabari, got it to fall. (26-12) New Mexico State. Now, this game did start off as a blowout, but for those who remember it, it did end up being a little too close for comfort down the stretch. I don't want to spoil too much, but like I said, this is a very young Denver team, but I think I was really impressed with how they fought back in the second half of this one. But for right now, it is all New Mexico State. It's a good extra pass there by Will, but gets called for the charge. Man, I would not take a charge from Willie McNair. No, thank you. No, thank you, sir. Sloppy pass there. You see, I think that's Robert Brown with the steal. Didn't see a whole lot of time this past season, but I think it was in his best interest to transfer, especially considering all the incoming centers. You see a tough three-pointer there by Jabari. We're still not sure which of these transfers are going to be immediately eligible, but certainly it would have cut into Robert Brown's minutes. But from the time that I saw him on the court, he showed some promise. I really liked his aggressiveness on the offensive end. It's something that I really hope that William McNair will mimic. As we see Trevelyan Queen knock down a three-point shot there. Yeah, I thought Robert Brown looked solid for them, but didn't get a whole lot of playing time. Obviously being a freshman. You see a triple there by Townsend, the sophomore. Another one from Trev. This one doesn't fall. Oh, yeah, he's feeling it. Torch. Back-to-back threes from Townsend. So I think at this point he already has 10 points. Dude is a bucket. I haven't done too much follow-up research on Denver. I don't know if he's returning or not. I believe he is. But real promising guard there. That's a heat check. You can't get mad as a coach if you see that one. Because he just hit 2 from that exact same spot, you know. As we see Murky drawing the charge there. Yeah, this is the duo here, Murky and Townsend. Yeah, that's an easy call. Got his feet set, took the contact. The Magnus Arena for the Pioneers. I have 22 left in this first half. This went by pretty quick. How long is this video? 20 minutes in. It's about an hour 15. Not bad, not bad. Like I said, my streaming is going to be pretty consistent the next couple days, just with family in town from Tuesday to Friday, so I apologize for that. But I'll let you guys know on a day-to-day basis what we're doing. And after that, it's back to every night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. As you see, Vaughn with the bucket. Like I said, his patience down low. Caught that pass, but had the patience to at least get a good up fake there, get his guy in the air, and get a much easier shot. We got the home court bounce there. And the big man rocking number 1. Don't see that too often. Oh, are they calling a foul on the floor? That was a nice little move by Sean. The play gets stopped before he can get that layup. Look at that. A little fake spin, a little half spin, and then go the other direction. Yeah, Sean isn't the quickest on the court, but I definitely think he's one of the craftiest guys on this team. Feeling it. That's his second three-pointer from that exact spot. So dangerous. And then the defensive play on the other end and saving it after the block. Wow, that might be one of the plays I have to show Johnny whenever I do talk to him for straight shooter. There's a lot of good ones from him from last season, but in terms of defensive plays, that's one of the better ones, especially because he gets to save afterwards. Catch and shoot, no good. And who else but the Crucis Crusader getting the board. 37-22. Now, like I said, this one started off as a blowout, but if you know, you know. This one got pretty close down the stretch. So we see a hook shot rim out. So stick with us, folks. This one is going to get far more entertaining late in the second half. Again, I wasn't at this game. I wish I would have been. Probably was doable, considering it's one state over. But yeah, I was not at this contest. Got a timeout here. Now, I might be checking on my phone every now and then because I'm trying to set up a time and date with Mr. Bobbitt for episode 6 of Straight Shooter, so apologies if I'm looking down at my phone. We got a 15-point game here. Johnny handed it off to Jabari. Now we got Yvonne down low with it. Backing his man down, and they call for a travel. Don't see that too often with Yvonne. Usually the footwork's on point there, but got called for it that time. It's a good hop step there to get into the lane by Murky, the senior, the one senior on the squad. Yeah, Trev's a hard guy to shake on offense. That was a good move. Speaking of Trev, three-pointer no good. Denver going the other way. Yeah, I want to say both Murky and Townsend had over 20 points each. Denver just doesn't have a lot of experience down low. I believe Yvonne had a pretty good game in this one. I think that was the difference, was down low. Nice move there by Williams. About a minute left in this first half. 13-point lead for the Aggies. Pretty convincing so far. So we got what looks to be yet another timeout here. Fortunately, those get edited out of the video. Again, shout out to NM Aggie Athletic Archive. It's a YouTube channel you guys should definitely be subscribed to if you like Aggie's content. So we got a 3-ball by Jabari, rims out. Yeah, they have pretty much all the videos, all the games from last season for New Mexico State basketball. That's what we've been using to watch these. And they've got a decent amount of New Mexico State football games as well from last season. So definitely recommend subscribing to them. And I think what I'll be doing once the regular season starts back up, as we see another midi there by Murky. Once the regular season starts up, the good thing about these from NM Aggie Athletic Archive is that they post these videos usually about 24 hours after the game's over. So I think what I'll do, as we see a halftime, I think what I'll do is as soon as the game video is uploaded, I'll actually do this same live stream like what we're doing right now. I'll do this like reaction. And then in that case, it'll be a lot more fresh because the game will have just ended like, you know, a day ago, hopefully. So I think that's the plan. Just obviously, since I'm starting this up, I went ahead and I decided to go back and watch all of last season's games every single night for a month straight. But once the season starts, this will be something I'm also continuing, but it'll be right after the game actually concludes. So yeah, that should be really fun. That way you guys can get my real in-depth reaction, because as I'm saying right now, I'm going back and watching this game for the first time in months, you know what I mean? But once we're doing this during the season, it'll be really fresh on my mind because I will have just covered the game 24 hours ago, you know? So that's going to be the plan once the season starts. Definitely a lot of video content will be going on once the season starts. So plenty of reasons to subscribe to this channel as we're trying to get it off its feet. Appreciate everybody who already has. So we got Yvonne with the move down low and gets the roller to fall, 39-28. I have so much stuff I need to do after this is over. Like I said, I have family coming over tomorrow, so I've been spending most of the day just cleaning and stuff like that. I'm trying to set up this interview with with CJ and Will. But yeah, I need to clean as soon as this is over. Good rip there by Trev from behind. Leads to the block. Good hustle by Jabari to keep following the shot though. Yeah, that whole sequence of events speaks to the team's just hustle. Trev getting the chase down steal, and Jabari with the putback. Yes, sir. Like I mentioned, this is the former school of CJ Bobbitt. They got, oh, that's a beautiful layup there by Jabari to adjust in the air there. Former school of CJ, so he actually is friends with Royce O'Neal, who is a Denver alum who now plays, I believe he's still with the Jazz, right? Yeah, he's still with the Jazz. So you see them interacting on Twitter every now and then. That's pretty cool. Shout out to Royce O'Neal. Got paid pretty recently. Speaking of CJ, right wing three. This one's no good though. Still a 15-point game. Murky calling for it. Good kick out there, doesn't fall. Yvonne backing his man down, and they're going to call that going the other way. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. Maybe the Z is silent. The Z or the N has to be silent. Neski or Zeski? I don't know. Oh, there's a K too. Yeah, no, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Don't want to insult the guy. So you got a 15-point ball game here. Murky with the ball. Got Townsend. Both of them so good at that mid-range shot. Trev with the ball in the corner finds CJ. Sean, that's an open look. He's not going to pull it often. It's a look worth taking there. So a 13-point game. Let me go ahead and start to take a look at these box scores. Townsend at 29 in this one. A sophomore putting up 29. Good gosh. And then Aid Murky, who's number 0 for Denver, at 22. Yeah, they've been the bulk of their offense up until this point. Again, appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hopefully everybody's having a great day. Staying safe, all that jazz. I think this is game like number 6 or so that we watched. We've had to skip Arizona because it's a Pac-12 game and they're really aggressive when it comes to copyright claim and stuff. And then we had to miss UNM, the first game, just because I can't find it anywhere on the internet. And we had to skip Washington State, which was the game right before this Denver one. Similar to the Arizona reason, it's a Pac-12 team, so. But I think the only game we should be having to skip after this is Northern New Mexico. I'm pretty sure we have everything else. So that's good. Yeah, I want to see other than this, it's just northern New Mexico. And honestly, we might even have that one. Because pretty much I really only go off of NM Aggie Athletic Archive. Which again, shout out to them. That's where I'm finding these videos. But when I went on Aggie Alert on 24/7 Sports, they actually had a couple of other ones that um, Aggie Athletic Archive didn't have. So they might have Northern New Mexico. But that's the only maybe. Another way that's an NAIA squad, you know. If you miss it, it's not the worst thing. But I do want to see it just because it is the only game Clayton Henry played. So I think that'd be cool to get to watch that game. And he played a decent amount. You see a dunk there by Murphy. I think he played like 18 minutes or so. So that's one I want to see. What happened there? I see Johnny jumping out of the screen. There's this guy on the deck. Okay, no, that's not the replay. I don't know what just happened there. Interesting. We got Denver ball here. What around 15 and a half left. 11-point ball game. Good layup. Single digits. First time in a while it's been that. Yeah, definitely a foul there. Again, this is a young Denver squad, only one senior on the roster. Who's Aid Murphy. Other than that, a lot of youth. A lot of youth on the squad, and I think that was the big advantage for New Mexico State in this one. We just got somebody from Cronkite News, which is the school at ASU, asking if I can do an interview to talk about Nick Gonzalez and his impact on NMSU. So just reading it out loud because we're on a live stream. Might as well so you guys can see what I'm looking at my phone for. Cool, so I guess we'll set that up. Yeah, looking forward to seeing where Nick's going. I was just talking to him today. As they're getting ready for draft day on the 10th. Good dunk there by Johnny. Yeah, as of right now, I think the safe bet for him is probably the 4th overall pick with the Kansas City Royals, just because they did pick a young shortstop last year with their first round pick. And, Nick can slide pretty easily into that second baseman position, and then all of a sudden they got a really good duo there. So I think that's probably the best landing spot. Seattle's general manager, whose name I'm blanking on, has said in multiple interviews before that they're looking to get an immediately impactful infielder. And with Nick being the best infielder in the draft, I feel pretty undoubtedly that could be another landing spot for him. I've seen a couple other sites that maybe have him dropping to the Pirates at number 7. Seattle's at 6, by the way. Some people have him to the Pirates at 7, but I haven't seen anything lower than that. And the highest I've seen him is at Baltimore with the number 2 pick. Although I still think the best bet is probably Kansas City. But we'll see what happens. Patrick Bernal, appreciate you for tuning in. Hope you're doing well. Isn't like Jerry DePino? Are you talking about as you see a corner 3 there by Townsend? I think you're talking about the Seattle guy. Let's see. I should know his name, because I mentioned him in the article. Jerry DePito. Yeah, yeah. He has his own podcast that he does, and in that one he was saying that the most likely person or position they're going to be targeting is an infielder, and one they feel can be immediately impactful. So I would say a 4 to 7 range in terms of where he might get drafted, and that's an easy travel call there. But yeah, I guess I'll be doing that for Cronkite news sometime today or tomorrow. So, yep. A lot of people want to talk about Nick Gonzalez, as they should. Saw him get some coverage on ESPN as well. Yeah, I mean, shouldn't come as any surprise. I really wish we could have seen what his stats would have been for a full season. 'Cause he was at a record pace for a lot of things, like home runs, um, runs batted in. I still think defensively is probably where he's a little shaky, just because of his size, and his throwing range isn't the best. But I think if you put him at second base, I think he'll hold his own. Definitely the guy is an aggressive, heavy hitter. Good move there by Yvonne. But yeah, if you guys want to read that article that I'm referencing, where I kind of talk about where he might land, the strengths and weaknesses of his game, and I did interview Nick for that as well, so you'll get some quotes. That's on the Las Cruces Sun News site. I think it's called Draft Anticipation Rising for Nick Gonzalez or something like that. If you just search Nick Gonzalez, it'll be the most recent story. And if you want the actual Zoom interview with Nick, or at least parts of it, that's here on our YouTube channel. If you see a 3 by Williams rim out, yeah, it's like maybe a 3-minute video that you guys can check out on our YouTube channel, where it's the same thing, just in video form. Yeah, the goal is to have all sports in town on this YouTube channel. Right now it's starting off just as basketball because I'm the only one who's uploading onto this YouTube channel, and basketball is my beat, so my primary beat. But once the high school football season starts up, I'll be posting interviews there. I'll be posting like game highlights, because I do little game videos for the stuff I cover. Once I cover some other New Mexico State stuff like women's basketball, volleyball, that'll go on this channel also. My sports editor, Jason Groves, who covers New Mexico State football primarily, he'll be uploading stuff that's New Mexico State football related. So yeah, this channel is going to have everything in town sports related, so make sure to subscribe. We got a 10-point game here with 10:22 left. Denver chipping away. Yeah, still a lot of time on the clock here as we got Murky attacking, and I think they had a foul called. Was it on the shot or beforehand there? I saw the big man hit the deck. Again, I have the audio muted right now, so I can't hear the commentary, so I apologize if sometimes I'm a little lost on what's going on. I've just found that it's pretty hard for y'all to both hear me and the commentators talking at the same time, so it was easier to just mute it. Because I had the volume at maybe like, oh, that's a beautiful layup there. I had the volume for the commentators maybe at like 10%. But the thing is that I have a camera, which is not my laptop camera. As you see Trev going to dunk baseline. I've got that attached to my laptop in order to have better quality on the video. But it has its own little microphone, and it's picking up the audio from the laptop speaker because they're right next to each other. So even though I only have it at 10%, it's really loud for y'all. So that's why I have it muted. Wow, great block there on William McNair. Like I said, this is the one senior for the squad. He's trying to lead the comeback here. CJ with the ball, gets it back to Sean, now to Trev. Step, ooh. Ooh. I don't remember that play. I don't remember that one. Jeez, let me make a note of that. Because when I talk to Trev for straight shooter, that's got to be one of the ones that I show him. The step back, a little ankle breaker. Can we see that one more time? For the people in the back, please. You're not going to show it to us? All right, we got to watch that one more time then. If you're not going to show it, then we got to show it. Oh, gosh. Nasty step back shot there by Trev. So this is, I'm making a note of it because I'm going to bring this up to Trev next time I talk to him. 9 minutes left in the Denver game. Cool. Yeah, with for those who follow Straight Shooter, I like to break down a couple plays with the guy I'm talking to. So the good thing about doing this live stream is if anything stands out to me, I can just make a note of it and go back later and save it. It saves me a lot of time because my normal process, as we see Trev almost get the steal, my normal process is just looking at that player's game-by-game stats, finding whatever games he had like his best outing, and then going back and pretty much watching that game. So just to find 3 highlights for like a 5-minute segment on Straight Shooter. So a lot of research goes into it. So whenever I find something during these live streams, it saves me so much time. So I just make a note of it. But anyways, we got a 15-point game here with 8:25 left. Good D there by Yvonne. Just straight up D. Not budging against the bigger guy. Can't get that one to fall. .806 left in the ball game. Yeah, this live stream went by really quickly. A lot quicker than some of the other ones. Trev, right wing 3, no good. A little one-handed rebound by Johnny, something light. I don't even think he jumped for that. Ooh, crazy pass there. Throws the Murky the other end. You know he's taking this. What are they calling it? Charge, or not a charge, I mean block call. Couldn't quite get there in time. Sean with a little sauce on the pass. The Denver Pioneers. It's been all Aid Murky and Jace Townsend. Yeah, this guy was all over the place. Leading scorer heading into this game. I'm assuming he remained the leading scorer the rest of the season. Mid-range shot, deadly. Oh yeah. And you're putting up 18 points against UCLA. That's some good competition. And shooting 58% while doing that. Yeah, D's a bucket. Oh, that's a walk-in 3 for Sean Williams. Can't get it to fall. Tough. Yeah, he was never able to find that consistency from deep this season. Really was mostly a spot-up shooter. But Wishing him the best wherever he goes. He's still in the transfer portal. For those wondering, he hasn't committed to any squads yet. So we get an and one here by who else? Who else? Yeah, clear contact on the arm there by Trev. Doesn't look like, no, didn't get the free throw to fall. Johnny backing his guy down. And they're going to send that the other way. Cornaz. The big man there drawing the charge. Let's see it. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. Didn't extend the arm. Didn't really drop the shoulder on him. I think that was just a good sell there. Sean Buchanan guarding Townsend here. That's a tough matchup. A good block. I believe that was Yvonne. I've got the replay down here. Yeah, by Yvonne. Turnover there, going the other way. Easy bucket. 11-point ball game with 6 minutes to go. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hopefully y'all are staying safe, having a great day. Aggies call a timeout here to regroup. Yeah, that hand's still bothering Trev a little bit. As you guys can see, he's got it taped up. So we got a foul call here. That'll put Jabari Rice at the line, up 11. Just under 6 minutes to go. I believe the game after this is UNM out in Albuquerque, right? If I'm correct. Oh, can we get a replay there? Are they saying Yvonne crossed the line too soon? I think they are. Oh, if you don't see that call very often. Yeah, I want to say the next game is New Mexico. Let me take a look at it. But like I said, I'll have family over tomorrow, so I don't think that'll be tomorrow. I'll probably have to push it back. Yeah, it is a game against New Mexico, and we do have that video. I'm guessing Aggie fans aren't in a rush to go back and watch that game, but yeah, like I said, I'll let you guys know on a day-to-day basis this week when I'll be able to stream. But it's probably gonna end up just taking a couple days off to hang out with family while they're here. I'll still put out a video, the interview with CJ for Straight Shooter on Wednesday, so you guys will still get video content this week. Wednesday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time is still the plan for right now. Waiting to get the time with CJ tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know if he's still in Cruces or not. I know the team, I want to say everybody that was in town went to go peacefully protest last week, which you guys probably saw on Twitter with like Tennessee and Sean and Jabari. I don't know if CJ was in that photo or not. I don't recall. But if he's not here, then he's at home in Killeen, Texas. A fellow Texan like myself. So, yeah, especially when guys are back home, I understand that it's hard to reach them sometimes. You see a turnover there. We got a foul call. Trev going for the rip again, gets called. Yeah, looks like he got him there. First free throw is good. Single digit ball game. Yeah, this one got interesting down the stretch. I definitely already had the article pretty much written up by now. And had to make a few changes to make it, to show how close it got down the stretch. So like I said before, articles are due 5 minutes after the game's over in order to make print. So as much as I hate kind of counting a team out so early, counting my chickens, all that kind of stuff, kind of have to do it in journalism. So you just have to do it and then hope that a team doesn't make a comeback. And in this situation, it got really close down the stretch. So I was moderately stressing. Wasn't as bad as the UTEP game that we watched last night. I remember stressing out for that one. So you got an 8-point game with 4 minutes left. Vaughn draws the foul on the deck. We got a break, which they should edit out here, I believe. It's a good find. 3:43 left, folks. I'm interested in seeing what Murphy's doing now that he's graduated, because this guy is a hooper without a doubt. I haven't gone back and done any follow-up research, so I'm not sure. They're calling that out on Denver. Initially, that looked like it was out on Jabari, just right off the bat. But I don't have a replay, so I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something there, but Jabari's swiping in this way. Other guy's trying to go that way. And the ball goes this way. Makes me think that might have been out on Jabari. So we got a turnaround shot there by Yvonne, and it's back up to double digits. Good D there by Yvonne. Out on him, but still a good D. .309 left. Corner 3 by Townsend. Second half of that dynamic duo combined for, what did I say? I think it was around 50. Did they combine for him and Murky in this one? Turnaround shot doesn't fall for Yvonne. Jabari Rice, this is one of those plays that I had him break down. If you guys want to see his analysis of this play, you can go watch the most recent episode of Straight Shooter here on our YouTube channel, but that is all hustle. He has an inch on Townsend, but even then, Townsend has the positioning there at the beginning. That's just all hustle. A little bit of luck there to get that and one too, because as Jabari said, it shouldn't have been an and one, but fell on him. That's just an easy call. Gets him an extra free throw. And converts back up to double digits. Yeah, it's a bad foul on Sean. No need there. Trying to step in front. Gets called. It's going to give Denver 2 free throws. No point in that if you're Sean Buchanan. But, like I said, he's probably the best guy at taking charges on the team. So he probably was trying to do that there. Didn't go his way, though. 8-point game with 2:36 left. Get it into Sean Buchanan. Denver got one guy pressing. He was going for the ESPN top 10 play there. Jeez, he can get up there. Norma Grijalva, I appreciate you for tuning in. Says yes, him and Johnny drawing charges, I'm assuming you're saying. Oh my gosh, that would have been so nasty. Yeah. I mean, that has to be something that Coach Jans has them go over in practice, because Terrell's super good with it. Sean Buchanan, like you said, Johnny McCants, Evan Gilliard. I couldn't find any advanced stat, but I would be shocked if New Mexico State didn't lead the WAC in charges drawn this past season. You see Trav with the 2 free throws. Back up to 10 with 2:15 left. Right around here is where it got good down the stretch. More free throws for Murky. How many free throws did he attempt? Because I know he had about 22 points, was it? 11 free throw attempts. Went 6 for 11. Yeah, he was getting to the line pretty easily in this one. Not the best percentage, though. 6 for 11. It's back down to 9. See if he makes this one here. Got it to drop. 8-point game with 2 minutes left. It's a bad pass. Too easy. Now it's down to 6, just like that. Yeah, like I said, this is one of those where you already have the story written up, and now you're starting to get a little worried. Just a little bit. That doesn't help. That makes it a lot worse for me. 2 possession with 1:31 left. Yeah, just a lazy pass by Johnny there. 6-point game. Got to get the ball in Townsend or Murky, one of the two. Wow. I don't remember that play. Wow, and it's not Townsend or Murky. It's number 2 on the squad, whose name I don't remember. Eastman? Clutch shot. Very young squad. Murky being the only senior, so really impressive stuff by Denver to even stay in this one. This was too stressful, says normally. Yeah, this was a real nail biter down the stretch. That's Roscoe Eastman, who is a freshman, a true freshman. Yeah, this team had a lot of youngins on the squad. Really impressed by the way they made this a ball game down the stretch. It wasn't a ball game for the first, 30 minutes or so. And that's clutch, and that's an easy foul call. Trev got him on the hand. Clear as day. Now, I don't have the commentary on right now. Patrick saying even now it's still stressful. I don't have the commentary right now, so I don't know what they're reviewing. I don't recall. Maybe if one of y'all can let me know. I would turn it on right now, but then it's hard to hear what I'm saying. I don't know what exactly they're reviewing. What it could be. Oh. Wait, were they calling it? They can't review if it was a charge or not, right? This is what I really wanted to have the commentary on. But let me hear it real quick.
Continue to build on.
Well, and the way you played in those film sessions of watching them get out hustled.
Offensive foul. We were looking because in the last 2 minutes you can look at the arc. He's out of the arc. It's an offensive foul.
Okay. No bucket.
All
right, there it is.
So, yeah.
Outside of the arc, they called the charge, and despite the ball leaving his hand early,
it's player control, so they're not going to give you that.
So they called charge call. So Johnny stepped in. He was outside of the restricted area before Eastman took off. And they call a charge. And they get a timeout here. Wow, back-to-back real toss-up plays that go New Mexico State's way. Wow. So I guess that must have been a new rule this year where if it's under 2 minutes, you can actually review those charge calls. That looks like that could have very easily been called a travel. Dribbles picked up. He's pivoting with that left foot. But then it gets picked up. Wow. Couple bang plays there. And are they giving it to Denver? No. So they did give the timeout to Sean. Yeah, again, I apologize, guys. I probably sound really clueless right now, but just with it muted, I'm kind of just having to guess. Oh, and there it is. Wow, you gotta guard that. You know someone's gonna be leaking out. Trev with the easy bucket. And even then, doesn't quite seal it. A minute left, down 8. We get free throws here. By none other than Murky. Yeah, that's a great design play out of the timeout there by Jans. First free throw is good. 7-point game. CJ Bobbitt checking in down the stretch against his former team. And again, just to reiterate, the new plan is that CJ Bobbitt will be the guest for this upcoming episode of Straight Shooter. Wasn't able to get in contact with William McNair, unfortunately. But, no big deal. If I still hear back from him sometime this week, I'll interview 2 people this week, and just release one of them on Wednesday, the other one the next week. Get it out of the way. But yeah, currently waiting back to hear a time for tomorrow, but we at least have the date tomorrow set up. So that's good, so we can still get the episode out to you guys by Wednesday. And as soon as I have a time set up, I'll go ahead and I'll send out a tweet just asking, or saying if you guys want to ask CJ any questions, feel free to comment down below. And if you guys are watching this live stream right now, either you're watching it live or playing it back, if you guys want to ask CJ any questions, feel free to comment right now, and I'll pull one of them. I know one of you all asked William McNair a question a couple streams ago, and I do still have the screenshot of that, so when I do talk to Will, that will be one of the questions. So I'll make sure to remember that. Norma says, thanks again for doing those interviews. They're fun. I have a lot of fun putting it together, honestly. It's always cool getting to see the lighter side of the team, getting to see their personality more with some of those later segments in the show. And then, getting to break down plays with them is also really fun. So, yeah, and like I said, I don't fault Will for not being able to talk with him being back in Philly. When you're with family, that comes first. And it is the off season anyway, so anytime they talk to media, it's purely just them doing it because they want to. They're not required to in the off season. So no big deal, but hopefully we'll hear from Will soon, because I still would really like to talk to him. But it looks like the plan is CJ Bobbitt will be the guy I'll be talking to for this upcoming episode of Straight Shooter, which will release Wednesday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, barring any further setbacks with the whole scheduling thing. So yeah, pull up by Murky and it's good, or by Townsend, I apologize. Six-point game here with 34.1 on the clock. Just pulling up the final box scores once this is over. We'll take a look at that, and we'll take a look at the quotes from the game also, which would have just been provided to me usually if it's a road game. New Mexico State's SID will just interview Coach Jans and possibly a player and send me the video. So I don't remember who we talked to in this case, but we're going to look it up right now. Deep 3 ball by Townsend. Cuts it down to 4 just like that. Okay, cool. We got quotes. Jabari Rice was the player that we talked to in this one. Or that New Mexico State's SID talked to, and I just pulled quotes from it. Cool, so we'll pull that up also after this is over. We still have 21 seconds left of stressing. As Denver, this young squad, just refused to go away in this one. Missing the free throws doesn't help it. First one rattles out for Sean Williams. I don't remember the final score for this one, so I don't know if he made this shot or not. I want to say that he didn't make it, right? Wasn't it 69? Well, we're going to see right now. Oh, he did. Okay, cool. 70-65. (70-65) with 18 seconds left. So many free throws down the stretch of this one. We should have checked at what point did Denver get into the bonus. It was early. It was early in this second half. Got the first one to fall. Denver out of timeouts. NMSU with 1. 4-point game with 18 seconds left. Yeah, credit to Denver. Very young team, as I said, 1 senior on the squad. But fighting down the stretch. And their 1 senior, Murky, who just made the 2 free throws, leading the charge. Jeez. Out of bounds, New Mexico State ball. Jeez, down to the last possession. Wild. One more inbounds for New Mexico State. Still have a timeout we could use. We got, ooh, Sean Buchanan with the run-in shot there to fall, but he's going to get free throws instead. So plays like that possible and one by Eastman, that possible travel call by Sean Buchanan that they ended up giving him the timeout first, really could have swung this game in the other direction. We're going to see how much Denver was down by. Norma asked, why did CJ choose to come to NMSU while having a great career at Denver? I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know. I'll make sure to screenshot that and we can make that. I'm assuming that's a question you're not asking me, you're asking CJ. Yeah, I'll take a screenshot of that. We can. Yeah, you said that's your question, Rob. Okay. Yeah, we'll make sure to get that out to Mr. Bobbitt. Yeah, I don't think that was ever explained. He didn't have any sort of off the court issues or anything like that, from what I could find. You see Sean Buchanan ice in the game there. And the steal, Trev's gonna dunk it there, yep. And that is the ball game, folks. That is the ball game. Alrighty, let's get a quick look at these stats here. Let me pull that up right now. Yeah, from what I'm seeing, CJ didn't have any sort of off-the-court drama. But alright, we got Jace Townsend with 29 points on 10 for 17 shooting for Denver. Aid Murky with 22. So they combined for 51 points. Crazy. 51 out of the team's 67 points came from those two. For New Mexico State, Jabari Rice, the leading scorer, 18 points, 8 rebounds on 7 for 11 shooting. Trevelyan Queen with 15 points and 5 boards. Also 7 assists. Wow. For Trevelyan Queen, 5 for 9 shooting. And then Yvonne Adekoechea with 14 points, 7 boards, and Johnny McCants with 12 points and 7 boards. Let's take a quick look at the quotes, because we did hear from Coach Jans and Jabari Rice after this ball game. New Mexico State head coach Chris Jans on the first half He says, we came out and played really well. It became contagious in the first half. Guys are making threes, and from where I stand and sit, games are a lot easier when you shoot the ball. Then Jan's on the second half. He says, we were up by double figures for quite some time. We just couldn't put Denver away. Certainly you got to give them credit for not going away, but a lot of it was just us being silly. We fouled them at least 3 times in the last couple minutes away from the basket and let them score with time not moving. Yeah, I definitely think just silly fouls down the stretch were things that caused Denver to get back in. As we were saying, like that one with, there were a couple with Trev trying to go in for the steal, Sean trying to step in at half court for the foul. But at the end of the day, like Jan said, credit goes to Denver. Then Jabari Rice, on his first start of the season, this was his first start, he says, I started a couple of games last year, so it kind of felt back to normal. But at the same time, I don't care if I start or if I don't start. I'm just trying to put my team in the best position to win. Which he certainly did that, leading the team in points in this one. But that is going to do it, folks, for this one. Like I said, I do have family coming over tomorrow through Friday, so my streaming is going to be a bit inconsistent. It'll just be on a day-to-day basis for those 4 days. And I'll make sure to let you guys know on Twitter, on Facebook, and we'll see what happens with that. Still, we're waiting to find a time for CJ Bobbitt because he will be the next guy for a Straight Shooter to get interviewed. It should be sometime tomorrow, but hopefully at some point today I'll find that out. And once I do, I will send out a tweet at Jay the Sports Dude. I'll probably put it out on Facebook and on Aggie Alert as well, saying if you guys want to ask CJ any questions, comment below. You know the deal by now. I usually pick about 3 of them to ask for the fans segment. Norma says, thanks for doing this. Have fun with your family. Thank you. Yeah, looking forward to seeing them. It's been a while. They're making about a 9-hour drive from San Antonio. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing them. But, yeah, like I said, even if I don't do these live streams across these next couple days, we will still have the latest episode of Straight Shooter on Wednesday, barring any more setbacks with the whole scheduling thing, at 11 a.m. Mountain Time with CJ Bobbitt. I think that is all that we have to plug for now. If you guys enjoyed this live stream, please leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notification bell so you can get notified every time that we upload or go live here. We're going to be putting out a lot of content throughout the off season, throughout the regular season. Tons of stuff for you guys to watch. So make sure to stay tuned and continue to follow this. I appreciate everybody who's been watching this. I think that's going to do it, though. Hopefully, y'all have a great rest of your day. This has been Justin Martinez, a.k.a. Jay the Sports Dude, and I'm out.